This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. If you're looking for a way to get active, get a little muddy, and make a real difference right here in Central Texas, the next event checks all of those boxes. It's the Spartacus Dash in Belton. It's more than just a race. It's a high-energy, family-friendly obstacle course experience, and it's designed to bring the community together for a great cause. It's hosted by ASCO Equipment, which is a family-owned, faith-based company built on the mission to be a blessing. And this annual event is all about that. So each year, ASCO locations choose a nonprofit to support, and this year the Belton team is rallying behind Family Promise of Bell County. It's an organization doing incredible work to help families facing housing insecurity. So I'm so happy to have Spencer Ridgeway here with us with the ASCO Equipment. And so the Spartacus Dash is going to be on Saturday, the 23rd of May, correct?
Yes, ma'am, Memorial Weekend. That's kind of been we've danced all around different weekends, but that's kind of the one we've always landed on that seemed to fit the best.
Okay, so what is it? An obstacle course, and there's mud involved?
There is mud involved, and this race event started, this will be our 14th year, and we started it in 2012, the year that the Belton ASCO location opened. So The first one was then. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't even know what we wanted to do. Somebody suggested we had a 5K race, so we did that. No obstacles. It was just going to be a 5K run.
Yeah.
And we had about 14 people show up. So
there are a lot of races.
There are.
Yeah.
But we had no idea how to advertise that or how to promote it or anything else. There is a race timing company in Belton. It's called Profit Timing. And
where they have the bib and that,
yes,
what you mean, and
timing?
timing?
Yes, ma'am. And they provide now they use, even then, I guess, a form of chip that either goes in your laces or whatever. And so when you run across,
I act like I know about right.
Well,
I've done one in my life.
We didn't know about it either, but they asked if they could time the event, and so we were like, sure. We don't have any idea what we're doing anyway.
Right.
So
and people want to know what their time is. They want to
sure,
and they want to compete for prizes and all that.
So yeah, and the reason I tell this is the only reason that we continued after the miserable fail the first time was at the Kirsten. I'll forget her last name at this moment, but Lancaster. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, she encouraged us to not give up. And so the next time we tried, one of my guys said, we should get some hay bales and pile up some dirt and just, do some different things and try to make it more exciting. Maybe that'll draw more people. So after a little convincing to the city of Belton to let us do some things in the city parks that we had to clean up, they had no idea what we were going to do or if we were going to make a big mess.
Yeah,
or
right.
What. But
sure,
they had a little bit of faith in us and trusted us to do so. And with her encouragement, the second round we had about 225 people.
Wow, yeah.
So
because people like getting muddy.
Exactly. And so it's just grown. Like I said, this is year 14. It's a lot of stuff we used to have we've done away with because it was very labor intensive and it was hard to keep people moving, and people would bottleneck and
oh yeah,
and it covers the whole family from the sports enthusiast down to, I mean, we've got 5, 6-year-old kids run it.
Okay, but no strollers. This is not a stroller.
No,
thing.
it's not. I mean, I guess you could, but that's
Maybe a kid on a backpack. That would be.
possibly.
Yeah.
There's some things that that's too small kids wouldn't be able to
It wouldn't be good,
accomplish
yeah.
and wouldn't be good. But
Right.
we have a lot of kids that have a lot of fun. We do it in several different waves. Typically, the first wave, the first group of people that goes, they're going to be your more hardcore athletes
Right.
that really want to compete and win.
Yeah,
We have-
I mean, I think the Marine Corps has a run that's kind of like this.
There's
And-
several of them
Yeah,
across
right.
the country. In fact, the weekend I think the weekend before ours is a much bigger version of ours in Austin.
Okay.
But it's a kind of a unique group of people that like to do this type of event. But in Belton, it's become more of a family event as well. So we get the hardcore group, and they run the first round, and then after that, it's just a lot of people having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
People overcome some fears because there's some height.
There's some climbing involved.
There is some climbing involved, and there's some parts of it that require some physical strength and you some effort.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can go around. We have
We have
penalty for going around.
That's okay. Whatever.
But
So you can finish the race.
you can finish the race.
Yeah.
But like I said,
That's funny.
it's typically after the first group goes. It's
Yeah.
mostly for
Yeah.
just people who want to have a good time.
So it would be fun to just go and watch them for sure.
Absolutely.
How did you come up with the name Spartacus Dash?
Well, that's a funny story as well, because when we started this, my wife and I were pretty much all of the marketing and all of the background. We did the whole thing. In fact, the first couple of years, I had less than 10 employees at that store because it was brand new. So we did all of that stuff. And so we wrestled with names, and I want to say the first time we advertised it, we may have called it a Warrior Dash. Turns out there already is
Right.
one
You were
called that.
copywriting.
I got a letter in
Got
the
a
mail
letter,
about
okay.
that. So
All right.
well, we got to start over with that. And that's why I threw ASCO on the front of it, because then I wasn't too worried about anybody copying.
Yeah, that's not going to be. Yeah, right.
So
the ASCO Spartacus Dash. And so paint a picture for us. What can participants expect? I mean, you alluded to some walls to climb and things.
there's and it goes through 3 of the City of Belton city parks that are all somewhat connected.
Oh, okay.
And they all follow Nolan Creek through downtown Belton.
Okay.
And it ends up over right next to the UMHB campus.
Sure.
Going down there, there's a hike and bike trail. And so most of the course on the way down there, which is the first mile and a half, is all on that hike and bike trail.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the mile and a half mark, you make a turn, and then everything coming back is not on the track. It's either in the creek or it's in the park itself. And so we utilize the creek as much as possible.
Yeah.
Which some years is a challenge.
If it's dry.
We get a bunch. Well,
Or
more
if
when we get a
if you
bunch of rain.
Get a lot of rain. Yeah. Either way.
So, but there's things to crawl through. There's things to climb on. There's things to climb over. There's a place to get real muddy. We have a big mud pit, and I got a couple of guys that just think it's hilarious to make the biggest, nastiest mud hole and then drop people in it through these big black tubes that we have. And we've claimed a lot of shoes and
I'll bet.
sunglasses and all kinds of things
yeah.
over the years. So.
Yeah, I guess a word to the wise, make sure everything is really secured.
Really
on your
secured,
person.
and you don't necessarily care if you
And
lose
don't care if you lose it,
because
yeah.
you might. But
So what are some of the highlights aside from the big mud pit and?
we have a big slip and slide that's
Oh.
about, I don't know, it's 150 or 175 feet long, and it's just in years past we used just a big plastic tarp thing that we have that we roll out, and let water run down it, and it's on a steep enough incline that you can slide plumb to the bottom.
Oh my.
And that's one. After we get you really muddy, then we concocted this thing. I think we've called it lots of things, but the most the best name we use is car wash. But after you get all muddy, you go through this, and it just this big. And basically, that's what it is. You just walk through it, and it sprays water from every direction. It kind of cleans
Cleans
you back up
a little
and,
bit, yeah.
then we have. Gosh, we have some big white limestone blocks that we pile up and make a big rock climb over those, and then a rope wall that you got to climb up and over. Use the rope to climb up the wall. And
That sounds pretty challenging.
It's pretty rough. A lot of folks don't make that.
Yeah, don't make that.
We have a couple of small kid versions of that for the younger kids, so they can still feel like they got to do it. We have a rope climb that's just ropes hanging straight down that you got to climb
up and hit something and
ding the bell and then back down. We have
So you have judges at all these places to make sure people actually.
we have people there to make sure. Well, to help them coach them along or whatever. But yeah, to make sure that they complete it or they do the burpees that are required if they care.
Oh, okay.
If they're really competing, like I said, after the first group or so, most everybody's just having fun. So
So you say that if they don't complete an obstacle, they do a penalty. They do burpees or something.
Do burpees.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And y'all just dreamed this up?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's been a labor of love, I guess, or something. It's a little bit love-hate for me. It's a lot of work and
yeah. How many people are you expecting?
I think we're going to be somewhere near our last year total, which will be somewhere around 325.
Yeah.
We've been as many as 505, I think was our record year. And that was about 4 years ago. I think it was our 10-year anniversary when we had 505 runners registered. So,
well, let's talk a little bit about the beneficiary of this.
Okay.
How did you come? Do people apply to you to be considered to be the beneficiary?
We do. Some people reach out to us and ask to be considered, and then also just my ASCO team, I ask them to bring charitable. Bring us events or names of folks that do charity in our communities that we might want to get behind. And this year I did have two really good candidates reach out to us directly. One was Family Promise. So then we vote on it, and whoever wins, and that's the best part is that I don't have to make that decision by myself. So,
well, so let's talk about that. I mean, they focus on housing insecurity. How do they help folks?
So and I actually made myself some notes. I don't like misspeaking about stuff that I'm not an authority on.
Right.
So
well, I get that. I
want to try to keep it as accurate as possible, but. Their main focus is helping folks around the homelessness thing that happens to folks sometimes, and they do that. It's a cool program because the people that apply and the people that are there and that are a part of that, they have to participate. It's not just one big free handout. It's not a free place to live.
They've
forever.
got some sweat equity
They
involved.
absolutely do, which is cool. And I think most folks are more than happy to do that. They didn't choose necessarily to end up in the situation they're in. They just need help, and that's what Family Promise is all about from my perspective and what I've seen. So they help them with making sure their kids are either in school or in daycare. They help them find a dependable ride, like a dependable vehicle, and then eventually help them find stable housing. And I think they currently have like 8 promise houses, what they call, so they're temporary housing for those folks. And I don't know what the limit is. I think it varies from
Right.
situation to situation, but they see them through all those things. They're there to help them, but also help them help themselves. So,
Yeah.
Which makes it better and more sustainable for them when they leave.
Well, that's, it's got to be gratifying to you, though, to put the effort you have into the Spartacus Dash to know that it's helping folks who really need a helping hand.
It really is. And, without the gratification of seeing the money actually do something good, it gets really hard year after year to get my team motivated to do this,
Right.
because it's a ton of work. I mean, it'll take us that week leading up to the event. It'll be every night we'll be setting up some part, something, moving equipment or whatever. And so it's a whole week of building up to that. And it's usually hot and humid, and some years it rains a lot and we have to fight. Nolan Creek is, I was told, is one of the top 100 fastest creeks in Texas to flood. So like if a rain cloud comes up, it's flooding. Like it doesn't even have to rain and it floods,
Yeah.
it seems like. So we've battled that several years where the creek was out of its banks, and we depend on the creek because we use it. We cross it back and forth several different times.
Yeah, but you don't want anybody to be in danger.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So we've figured out ways around it, but it's certainly a lot more fun if we can use it. So
Yeah, if it's, you try to splash through a little low, well, I'm sure generally it's not.
generally no, it's
Yeah.
it's got some water moving in it, but it's not
Yeah.
not anything dangerous. So
Yeah.
there's been some years it was a little questionable,
Yeah.
but we managed to keep it safe and keep everybody safe. So
Well, that's great. And so I guess you could use some more volunteers if somebody wanted to help.
always, there's never too many volunteers, and
Yeah.
we've been very fortunate. We've been very blessed. There's been lots of people turn out in the community to help us, and that's always wonderful to see, because we can't staff everything just with our group. A lot of the stuff that we do requires my guys to be at those things, so they can't be doing other things. We just need lots of people to direct traffic mostly. But
Yeah.
but
Well, let's talk a little bit about ASCO equipment. So are you the owner of the company?
oh no, ma'am.
Okay.
No, I've worked. The Wednesday will be my 28th year.
Oh, wow.
But ASCO equipment was started in 1960 in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay, Lubbock. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And we now have,
And it's large equipment, construction equipment, that
yes,
kind of
ma'am,
thing.
all big construction equipment, all across the state of Texas and Oklahoma now.
Yeah.
So, yep, it's a family-owned, faith-based, as you mentioned, which is fantastic. It's been a great place to work. They're really good people. It's a good company to work for, and this is one of the challenges they give us to give back. So
Right. And so what a great thing that you've done over the years to pioneer this. Well, you think it's great. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Sometimes I wonder, but no.
What was I thinking?
It's always gratifying when it's
Yeah.
over. It gets to be seems like it gets to be an awful lot of work, but it's always worth it. It's always worth it on the day of, just seeing
Sure.
how many people smile and people have fun and families do it together, and they all have a good time together, and
Yeah, getting the
getting muddy
community
and-
together,
Sure,
for sure,
absolutely.
to be a blessing, which is kind of
Absolutely.
what your motto is. So, what does it cost to enter, and what's the time frame for that?
So I'll misspeak on the exact dollar amount. I believe it's $65 a person
Okay.
to enter. That may be off $10. I
Well,
can't
will
remember
they
for
get
sure,
the
but
T-shirt? Maybe
they
I
get a
don't know.
T-shirt and you get a finisher medal no matter what.
No matter what, even if you have to stop and do burpees.
Even if you got to stop and do burpees or stop and drink water or stop and take a rest, as long as you finish the
Or say,
finish
I'm
line,
not climbing that wall.
Exactly. If you make it across the finish line, you get a
get a
medal. So
Participant,
and
yeah.
you deserve it.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
it's fun, but still still running and
Yeah.
walking and climbing and all the things.
Yeah.
So
But do you have prizes for
we
your
do,
top
and
finishers?
that's another sort of unique thing that we do. We sort of played off of the whole Spartacus theme, which is swords and axes, and we got pretty crazy for a number of years with all the crazy. We made weapons basically, like
Okay.
axes and swords, and one year, a couple of years, we had tridents and
Oh, my
all
goodness.
kinds of stuff. I mean,
Wow.
and it just, that also is very labor intensive and takes a lot of time to build all those things. So we've sort of consolidated that into one specific thing, but it's a handmade metal, which is life size of an axe. I should have brought one,
Okay.
but they're real looking, and they have a friend has a machine shop, and he's always good to. He cuts those out, steel, and
Wow.
cuts our logo in them and the whole 9 yards, and then we put handles on them, and so
That's cool.
it's always So you get a unique gift for all the main winners. Everybody else gets medals, but your top male, top female, overall winners, they and if there's teams, sometimes we have teams, sometimes we don't. But if we have a team,
to kind of tag team it?
yeah,
Do
where you
different-
got 4 or 5
specialists, your climbing specialists, just
Yeah.
don't go over the wall.
Exactly. So if we have enough to qualify as some different teams, then the winning team gets an axe as well. So,
Oh, that's cool.
but that makes our event a little bit unique, because you can't get our awards anywhere else.
Oh,
So,
no, absolutely. And what's the fastest time you've seen somebody do it?
I'll probably mess this up too, because the course changes some,
Well, I guess that's true. It's
I
probably
don't-
not the same every year.
but it's the fastest time that I remember is 19 minutes and
okay.
some seconds, and I don't remember.
They were
Probably
blazing
there
through.
were, yeah. It's always a young
Oh, yeah.
It's always a young male that just
Okay.
flies down.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, around 19 minutes is
Yeah.
kind of-
So if somebody's just sort of on the fence about, should I sign up for this or not? How do you encourage them?
I would say do it. If you have any question whether you can complete it, or if it's just people have bucket list things that they want to accomplish, they want to climb over something, maybe they have a fear of heights, whatever it is, come on out, try it. We'll help you. We'll get you through it or over it, or whatever the case may be. And you can be proud of that, no matter what time it is that you finish or not. So
Right.
It's just, and it's just a great time to come out with the community. We always have lots of great people show up, and everybody's there to support one another. And it's, we've been very fortunate, and nobody really ever gets mad about anything.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah. Well, so what is the deadline for people to sign up, or can they walk up and sign up?
we won't turn anybody away.
Okay.
If you want a T-shirt, you want to make sure that you get a T-shirt. I believe the 12th is the cutoff.
Okay.
All of that is on our website. We do have it's ASCO Spartacus Dash.net. And you can go on there and find all the information to everything. Not to mention there's about 1 billion pictures from years past
I know.
that are downloaded.
Great photos.
So
great
you can
photos
see
from
you can
that.
see exactly what you're getting yourself into before you ever sign up.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it is such a meaningful way to give back, but
For sure.
to create a memory for yourself and your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great, we have some volunteers that have been with us for pretty much from day one.
Yeah.
Like 10, 12 years that they come out every year. Our MC for one, James Whitmire, his family, all of his kids, his wife, they all come out, and they've been there forever and ever. We've literally watched their kids grow up through this race to some degree.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Ike Shaw from T3 Fitness, he comes out and does warm-ups for every group before they take off. He gets everybody warmed up and ready to go. And just countless. Tanya Taylor, our race director, she was a participant for many years before we decided we needed help. I couldn't manage all of it by myself, so she's taken over as race director, and she does most of it. I just make sure we got a course to run on nowadays.
Yeah.
But,
Are there other sponsors involved, or is it just ASCO?
No, and that's another thing. We could not do it without sponsors.
Right.
Beltec Industries there in Belton has been a long time sponsor of ours, and a main sponsor. We've had Air Force Special Warfare has been a sponsor for several years. Shuff's Barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Heart of Texas Tire. I'll miss names here, so everybody will have to.
Well, it's on the
me,
website.
Yeah, they're all on there.
Yeah.
But yes, we could absolutely not do it without our sponsors.
Well, it's just an important way for the community to give back and to show their support what you're doing.
The event, it generates a lot of money, but it's really expensive to put on.
Yeah,
it actually costs us a lot to. There's a lot of hidden costs that nobody sees either. My guys, I can't take them away from their job during the week to go do this.
Exactly.
So they got to get paid some way. Sure. So there's a lot of costs that no one sees. But, anyway, it's like I said, it's sort of a for me sometimes it's a love-hate, but at the end of the day, it's been a great event, and we've served a lot of people. We've helped a lot of people. And
so exactly where in Belton is it located, and what time does everything get started?
So it starts at 9 a.m.
Okay.
On Saturday the 23rd. It's I still call it Confederate Park. I'm not sure that's politically correct anymore, but I think it's Liberty Park now. But it's right across the street from BCYC. Right there in Belton, right off of 35.
Okay,
so,
very good. And it's going to take you through a few other little parks.
It's going to take you, it's that park, then it leads into Yeti Polk Park. And then the next one, I forget the name, but it ends up around the Harris Community Center. And it's actually beyond Harris Community Center across the new walking bridge that they put in a few years ago. And then that gets you to UMHB, and that's kind of where we turn around and come back the other way.
And then head back.
Yes,
and again, this is for the Family Promise of Bell County, which is the beneficiary of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Spencer, for all you're doing in the community and for ASCO Equipment and the great work you're doing there.
Thank you for having
through your business.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me talk about it a little bit. It's
it just looks like loads of fun.
It is a good time, and we encourage anybody to come out and observe, watch, get involved, run it, walk it, whatever. But
all right,
it's a good time.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead, but I want to tell you today's show is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You can transform your home with our premium window, door, and siding installation services. Universal's Windows Direct. Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. Call Universal Windows Direct Central Texas today. They are located in Woodway. There's more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Welcome back to the show. Today on the Ann Harder Show, we're going to talk about courage and healing and the incredible bond between a veteran and his service animal. And I am just delighted to welcome back to the show my two favorite Marine vets. We've got Mitch and we got Doc, and Chris Wilson, who is an Army vet. And the reason that we're talking is because here at my feet is the beautiful Tobias. I can call him beautiful, right? But Tobias, you were telling me before we started, he kind of senses levels of cortisol in there?
Yeah, your body releases cortisol hormone whenever you're about to have a severe anxiety attack, PTSD attack. Also, different hormones released when you're about to have seizures, and the dogs can pick up on those hormones, and they sense it before anybody else does, and that's how they can make you aware when you're about to have a seizure or whenever you're about to have an attack. At nighttime, he doesn't do it anymore because I'm like way better, but at nighttime he would get up on the bed if I'd be having a nightmare, and he would get up on top of me and lay down. But
that would wake you up at least.
Oh, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of, like he goes
He's
slow.
not little.
He goes slow.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's wonderful. Of course, we were kind of giggling because he's right here next to me. So, I mean, he just came over and gently sat down like right at my feet. So, I mean, was he sensing something about me? I don't know.
Maybe. I let him do his thing sometimes. I'll go to the American Legion. I'll just let him off his leash, and he goes and he checks on other veterans in the bar. There's one specific elderly man that sits by himself all the time at the bar, and Tobias goes straight to him and then lays down right next to him.
Whoa!
I don't know who that old man is that sits over on the side table, on the orange table. It's not Chad's father, it's somebody else, some little old man.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Same here.
I know the chair,
It
but
could be all the butt scratches I was giving him a while ago.
It could be that.
Oh,
too.
Well, it could be he's hoping maybe to get a few more. And I'm reading his badges, and it says "Ask to Pet." So I've always, been under the strict understanding that you don't reach out first to a service animal.
That's correct.
So what are the rules?
So it depends on what your service dog is for. Technically, okay, so I have basically let him start doing what he wants because he's gotten so much older.
Yeah, he's 14.
Yeah, so
Wow.
He helps me a lot, but I'm having a blank moment. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
At least you look good while you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah.
So can we touch him?
Yes.
if he
Yes.
just
Thank you
comes
for
up?
bringing that back up. Yes. So
The badges. The badges.
Oh, the badges. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put the Ask to Pet on there if I'm gonna go somewhere in an event like when we do the silky hikes and stuff like that. So I put the Ask to Pet on there, and normally, whether I have that patch on there or not, people always ask anyways. But
Right, because he's obviously wearing the harness that.
Right.
But he has another patch that if I'm going and I'm having a day of anxiety or
Mhm.
I'm just not feeling right, I'll take the Ask to Pet patch off and I'll put it in the front of him where you can't see it.
Oh,
He
it's
has
Velcro.
Yeah, he has another patch that goes and replaces that one. So the other patch says, "Do not make eye contact with me. I'm working."
Very good.
Very good.
Well, what I'm reading at the bottom, caution, stay 100 meters back or you will be shot.
Oh yeah, the one in
That's
Aramaic.
kind of threatening, but
Each one of those patches was given by a different veteran, which was kind of interesting. I actually recently got 3 new ones.
oh, that's wonderful. You've got a great sense of humor. But so tell me, what you said you've had him now for 14 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of prompted and through what agency? How do veterans access wonderful animals like Tobias?
So I actually adopted him out. I was really depressed a lot, and my sister, I had gotten a divorce, and my sister was like, "I think you need a dog." And I was like, "No." She's like, "You don't ever get out. I think you need a dog." And she took a picture of Tobias.
And they are a chick magnet too.
Are they? Well, it's not working yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh no!
I just heard that.
I just have a bunch of guys around me right now, so.
That is true.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
No,
No, I interrupted your story.
No, you're good.
So she suggested you get a dog.
She suggested. I didn't want a dog. I was like, no. So I
Yeah.
went up there, and then I saw him, and he was like this runt, half lab, half Dalmatian puppy, and I was like, all right, well, I'll do the foster thing and see how it goes, and it
Right.
turned into foster fail, and then I started to have medical problems and issues that started happening.
Mhm.
I started having mobility issues. I ended up on oxygen because I had a pulmonary embolism that shut my right lung down in 2017.
Oh, wow.
So I was having trouble getting up and having help moving more. And then also I was having really bad anxiety where I would not want to leave my room. I would just stay at home. I didn't
Right.
want to go anywhere. Like friends would have to call or check on me and say, "Hey, we haven't heard from you. You're not answering your phone." I'm like, look, I just get in my head and that's why he is like so much to me, because he helps me to be able to be a person and get out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Tobias.
Yeah. Yeah. He's certainly, he's so docile. He's very, very calm, and I would assume a calming influence
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
for
Yes, ma'am.
you for sure. So you adopted him as a puppy.
Mhm.
What training he has? How did that happen?
So I had to research because there wasn't anything in this area. There's like private trainers in this area,
Right.
but a lot of the private trainers in this area are civilian based. A lot of them don't work with veterans.
Hmm.
So then I started researching. I figured out all this stuff after I got mine done. So you don't technically, per the Americans Disability Act, You're not required to have a vest. You're not required to have an ID. But what you are required is they have to be able to
Does it complete certain tasks?
yes, there we go. Sorry, I'm having blank moments.
That's
You're
okay,
good,
yeah.
I got you.
Oh, I actually, let me pull the tasks up here. One, they have to be housebroken.
Yeah.
Definitely. Another one is they have to ignore other animals around them.
That can be a challenge.
Yeah, especially if there's other people that it's kind of hard when certain people say that they do have a service dog and they go into stores and then their dog is barking.
No,
at my
that's
dog,
a
and then,
clear sign.
yeah,
That's a
and
red flag.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
that at Walmart, so
Yeah.
I am more nervous for him because I don't know what that other dog is capable of doing. I don't want him hurting mine. So
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
but mostly it's they have to be all about you. They can't like right now he's old, so I'm just letting him do his thing, sort of. But
He's got his eye on you.
oh yeah,
For sure.
What else? Oh, you don't have to have an ID, but if you want to get an ID, there are different programs where you can get an ID, and it is issued through the state of Texas, and then they have a federal one, so that if you decide that you want to fly somewhere with your service dog, the dog does not go in a crate underneath the plane with everything else.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
service dog gets a seat with you.
With you.
And your service dog has an ID that gives it like a passport type pass. And it tells you everything on the bottom of it, like it tells you all the laws, tells you that hospitals, restaurants, all these different people cannot deny you entrance anywhere, whether they say they don't like animals or not. It's against the American Disabilities Act law.
Yep.
So,
That's fascinating.
yeah, I've had it several times. I've gone to, I went probably a few months back to Houston, and I was going to stay in this hotel, and the hotel people said, you need to leave as soon as I walked in. And I was like, what? And they're like, you need to get your filthy animal out of my hotel.
How did you deal with that?
Oh, I called the Hewitt. I called the Houston PD because
Yeah.
I was a little
Oh, really?
perturbed. But the Houston PD, they were really nice. They came out and then they went in and talked to the person, and then they came back out, and the officer was like, I don't think they really are aware that they can't do what they told you to do.
Well, there's a lot of misunderstanding then.
Yes.
I mean, and hopefully something like this
So that-
podcast will help kind of
The only reason I
have
called
people
the
understand.
cops was not because I was like angry. It was more
Right.
of I wanted to let them be aware. What if another person comes along with a service dog and they're
Right.
told to leave and they can't stay there?
Educate the public.
Yeah,
And it
Right,
helps
right,
with the-
exactly.
It helps with an authority figure coming in that is more based off the legislative process.
Yes.
To inform them.
Yes.
Instead of someone that they don't fully know. There's a little bit more trust behind it.
I'm
Well,
not
Yes.
sure
But it
you're
helps
aware of this,
reinforce it.
but are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's talk about your military service. So you were in the Army. When did
Yeah.
you go in and all that? Where did you serve?
Very short time. I stayed
Okay.
here. I was in Fort Knox.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't bring us any gold.
No,
Oh.
Believe that?
well, I mean,
I'm
it's not
still
there.
waiting on
It's
my
actually-
gold.
There's
in
really
New
not any
York,
gold
but-
bars at Fort Knox. Yeah.
I was in for a brief time. I ended up getting injured in a training exercise. And so when I came home, it was like I guess that was when I started having, like I've had PTSD before, but I started having PTSD effects in the sense of I felt like a failure. I felt like I let down the guys in my company. They left, went overseas, did their thing, and I got sent home.
Oh.
And for the longest time,
But through no fault of your own, for
I
heaven's
mean, it wasn't
sakes.
my
I mean,
fault. Yeah, I got
right.
injured. There was no way that yeah.
Right.
Yeah, his story is much more frequent than a lot of people realize.
Right, training,
And they
yeah.
feel so alone, which is why we try to advocate something. This is why it's
Oh.
such a good thing for him to tell this part of the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
are, I mean, I know probably 100 different people that have the same story, and they always say they feel alone. It's like,
Yeah.
well, have you met so-and-so?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
When I was getting out and I was in a wheelchair in front of my company and they were all getting ready to load up. this lieutenant colonel came and was like, basically made a, do you see these, this company here, the ones that you train with? These are the true soldiers. And then he said, I don't know what you are. And at that just broke me. And I was like, I didn't give up. I was like, I got sick. Like I was hurt. I could barely move. I was in a wheelchair. Like I didn't,
Oh my.
so
I
was
have no
just-
words for that.
Yeah. So I just,
Wow.
when I got home, I was like, well, before I got home and I was going to get discharged, I requested for them to give me an honorable because they wanted to give me a medical. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't want a medical. I want to rehabilitate my spine, get back into shape, and go back active
Right,
duty.
that
and
was your plan.
Finish what I signed up to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I see he's come right to you.
Yeah, I was having anxiety.
And
Yeah,
it's okay.
he's come right to you. You were so brave to tell your story, though. But because we've talked 2 hours, haven't we? I don't know. It seems like in the past about their stories about PTSD. But as you say, this is a totally different take on what our veterans who deserve every bit of our thanks and gratitude for signing up and swearing to uphold the Constitution and all that you do as a veteran. But yeah, the fact that training accidents happen is very
I'm sorry
real.
you had to go through all that,
Yeah.
especially with that lieutenant colonel.
Oh my gosh.
I
mean, there's some mean people in the world.
I was going to say something.
But Tobias is pretty happy right now.
Yeah.
I kind of like where you're scratching around. The look on
he's a
the
great
look on
guy.
his face is.
Even after the hike, he was a trooper. He went through our whole hike that we did here in Waco.
Oh, did he? Uh-huh.
Was it 22 miles that we did?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I think it was 22 kilometers.
Oh.
We did right about 11 miles.
Okay.
we only
But
did
still,
we do
for
22 kilometers to represent 22.
Okay.
And Tobias was probably the one of everyone that wanted to do it again.
But
Yeah.
it was raining the whole time,
Yeah.
so it felt like it was much longer.
He probably
than-
liked it.
than
Right?
that.
Yeah.
felt much longer than
Every time we'd stop somewhere, it would stop raining, and then
Are
as soon
you
as we took
serious?
off, it would just start like the bottom just dropped out of the clouds. It was
Oh my
it was
Lord.
insane.
Literally everywhere. So when I was going to get discharged, they were like, well, we're going to give you a medical. And I was like, well, I don't want it. I want to come back. And they're like, well, you're going to have to go to JAG court and you're going to have to get an officer to represent you. So I did. I went to JAG court and they signed off on it and said, okay, we're going to go ahead and give you an honorable. If that's what you want, you can have a medical, but we're going to give you an honorable. And I was like, all right. And I left, came home, started over with my life. Once I got home, like I had to rehabilitate, do physical therapy, and then I'm sorry,
That's okay.
nervous.
How'd you have to?
You're
What'd you
fine.
do to rehabilitate?
Yeah,
I
and it was
had
a
to do-
spinal cord injury.
I have
you
to
have?
do a lot of stretching, a lot of tension pressures.
Yeah, weight
Yeah,
bearing things.
and then
Well, I mean, walking is something we got to take for
I
granted.
had to do a lot of, when you said that, it finally clicked with me. I had to do a lot of low impact water
Right.
therapy.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That-
water is a great.
That
The
helps
best.
with a lot.
Yeah,
So you
that's
got to just
great.
swim around.
Sort of swim, and then sort of. I would
But it's
just kinda
gentle
walk
resistance
slow.
that
Yeah.
you get
Mhm.
I
in
love
water.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of
Non-weight
the best
bearing.
therapies.
Yeah.
Best place to be for any kind of rehabilitative.
So, what was
post-op.
life like for you before Tobias came into it?
Oh man, I was hectic. Just actually, maybe not hectic. I was very much more of an introvert than anything. I didn't want to leave my house.
Right.
I would stay in bed for like days, weeks. Like,
Well, that's depression. Too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and but yeah, just constantly. I guess more of my PTSD started kicking in when it came down to me needing to finally file because I didn't want to file, but I went to the Clay Avenue office because I met some people up at the Veterans One Stop, and they were the ones that kept pushing me. They're like, "Man, you need to file. You need to file." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." So then when I went to Clay and I went to go file, and I took my information, my brown folder, and all that wonderful stuff, and then they looked at me and they said, "We're sorry, Mr. Wilson, but we can't help you. You were dishonorably discharged." And I said,
"Wait a minute."
Yes,
Yeah, hold on,
exactly.
hold on.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Yes, you were given a JV code 3 too. I was like, what does that mean? You were chaptered out. You went insane. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And so
Oh my gosh.
for about 5 years of going through that, through the Waco VA, or
To try to get that
one on
corrected.
Clay, yeah, to get it correct.
Mhm.
I was asked to leave a couple of times of them just telling me, "Mr. Wilson, we're sorry, we can't help you. You were dishonorably discharged." And I was like, you know what? I guess, you know what? I tried to do the military thing. I tried to do what I could. I'm just going to go back to school and start my
Forget
life.
this ever happened.
Forget this ever
Yeah,
happened.
right,
and
right.
then when I ended up going to the Veterans One Stop on LaSalle, one of
Mhm.
the a veteran there was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about," he goes, I believe you. I believe that you really got your honorable and you say all this stuff. It all makes sense like it would happen. So can we get some VSOs and try to research what's going on? After 16 years of being out and getting a hold of the State Department, the DOD, and then the one in North Carolina, that VA, the paperwork had gotten screwed up. When I was leaving, when I was being discharged out to be sent home, there was another guy's paperwork that was with my paperwork.
Oh,
And
no.
the other guy's paperwork was supposed to be getting shredded, and mine was not. Mine was supposed to be going with me to where I was going. And instead, he picked up my packet and started shredding all of my stuff.
Oh no.
I shredding my everything, Social Security, birth certificate, started shedding all of my stuff.
Oh my
and I told
gosh.
him, you're doing the wrong ones. That's mine. And he was like, "I think I knew what I'm doing." And I'm like, okay. And then he submitted that other dude's information for mine when they submitted it. So that other dude got a dishonorable discharge, and I was supposed to get an honorable. My honorable went to him.
Went to him.
And his dishonorable went to me.
Oh my gosh.
So for 16 years of fighting this, and if it hadn't have been for the Veterans One Stop and like several veterans that I've met along the way, to push me and to keep pushing, after about those 16 years, then Sergeant Bethay at Veterans One Stop called me and he said, "Hey, I've got some good news, but I need you to come and talk to me right now." And I was like, okay. So I drove straight up there and he was like, he goes, "Okay, we're going to make a phone call." And he calls a Department of Defense number, whatever, the presidential line.
Yes.
And then he says, "I've got Mr. Wilson here. Is there a way you can repeat everything you just told me about an hour ago?" And she said yes. And she was like, started naming my Social Security number and everything. And then I was like, wait, that last digit is not a digit in my Social Security number. And then she was like, what? And she was like, "What is your social?" And I told her my social, and she was like, here is clicking forever. And she goes, "Mr. Wilson was honorably discharged."
Hallelujah.
So then,
Oh, Chris, my word, what a story.
I dropped to my knees. I started crying.
I bet you did.
I thought I was insane. I thought, am I
Well,
just like playing soldier, or did I think this happened and it really didn't happen?
Well, it doesn't help that it equates to a felony.
Yeah.
Dishonorable discharge is not something good to have on your record.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
Yeah.
Closes a lot of
I mean,
doors.
it doesn't represent who your
Unbelievable.
time in.
Exactly.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, okay.
But after that, I still hadn't filed for benefits after that. I was
Right.
just so happy to know that I was honorable. I took my new DD-215 down to the DMV, and they put my veteran status on my driver's license because they will not do that unless
Right,
if it's an
no.
honorable.
Yeah,
Right.
You would
It can't-
expect
it
not.
can't even be a general honorable. It has to be just straight honorable.
Yes.
So I was like
Wow.
so excited. And now I'm always like, I've got my veteran ID.
I know.
I'm official.
I'm official. I'm psyched about this now. I'm glad to know I'm not insane.
What a story. What a story.
This is a really good point of why we try to tell so many people to get out and come interact with us.
Keep talking to people.
You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And so folks can go to bat, and it takes some intervention from that standpoint, I'm sure. Well, Chris, it's just been a delight to get to know you and to have you here with Tobias. I'm not sure Tobias is in the camera shot anymore, but he's keeping an eye on you,
He's watching
Doc.
everybody.
That Doc, he needs to keep an eye on. Oh, but thank you so much.
Oh, I was going to tell you right quick, the Patriot Paws, they're in College Station. They work with veterans. All you need to do is take your disability award letter, and it has to be honorable as well. And then they will set you up with a dog. They'll help you find the dog that you need. And then they'll start all the training for it. And then the VA will pay for all the medical needs of the dog for you, because now that dog is a part of you. And
Can I plug one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one called Dogs to Dog Tags. I think they're out of Wisconsin, I believe. They do the same thing. So they'll pay up to, I think, 3 years. I could be mistaken, but I think it's up to 3 years of all the vet fees.
Well, that could be a lot, yeah.
They train the dog, and then they have you come interact with it, but they do it for a nationwide service. But I've met the guy plenty of times. Great dude. Couldn't ask anything better out of a guy. So he wasn't a veteran, but he was some kind of civilian attached, so some GS. Okay. But
civil service.
Basically should have been a veteran. I mean, he's done all the stuff that a lot of us have. Good dude, though.
Well, it's been a delight for me to get to meet you, Chris, and to hear your story, and to meet Tobias, who is he's just awesome. I know he's a great friend, and he's he loves it here at Rogue Media, so that's okay.
Yes,
on the set of the Ann Harder Show. I can't tell you how happy I am to
thank you so
much. And
much
thank you for your service. And you guys, I've thanked repeatedly for your service as Marines, so thank you again. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.